On the corner of India and C Streets downtown, there sits an old reconverted warehouse. It was first built to service and showcase Packard automobiles. And if you look around, you can still see some signs of the past. Its current owners like that. This is the home of Green Tiger Press. Green Tiger is a publishing company that operates about 100 years behind its time. Its press recreates an era of faded roses and yellowing lace. Pictures and books lovingly restored from dusty trunks and boxes, packed away and forgotten in attics full of memories. Until now. Has been with Green Tiger since its conception. The company began as Mithras, a shop which specialized in used and antique books. Jen was a clerk at Mithras. Today, he's Green Tiger's marketing manager.
We created the Green Tiger out of a collection of rare books that the bookstore had collected, and we felt that there was a need for a line of note cards to sell in our own store. And so we published those note cards, and they became more popular and more successful, and we started making these note cards out of our little garage in a private residence, and we ended up with 30 accounts and 40 accounts and then a couple of hundred accounts, and there became a need for a warehouse, and ultimately we went from home to a couple of smaller places, and then ultimately to here.
That was about 10 years ago. At that time, all the energy which had been focused towards the bookstore was transferred to the infant publishing company. Eventually, Mithras Books closed its store.
I think that the way the Green Tiger looks today is kind of it was the fact that the Green Tiger was born out of the old Mithras bookstore, which was filled with antiques and reading armchairs and things like that. A lot of the furniture comes from the old Mithras bookstore, and it's just an expression of our personal taste and how we create an atmosphere around in a working environment. And in terms of creating a decor, I guess it comes from the kinds of images we publish in the book, and we kind of return to the past in a way.
That reverence for the past is obvious in the way Green Tiger is run. Note cards and calendars are still hand-glued and hand-tied. Each sheet is printed individually, and the Green Tiger logo is die-cut on an antique machine which has been modernized. Besides resurrecting the art found in antique picture books, Green Tiger also publishes original work. Some 2,000 manuscripts are considered every year. Only a fraction are printed.
If you notice, all of our picture books are all different shapes and sizes. I kind of describe each one of them as if it was one of our children. Each one was conceived and developed, and each one takes over a year to bring to print. Each book has its own life in the world. We love them all equally as parents do children, but yet some of them turn out to be greater successes than others.
If success were measured on a global scale, Green Tiger could be called successful. Its books, cards, and calendars are sold in every English-speaking country in the world. But this is not a company particularly interested in being the biggest or the best known.
And mostly it's the joy of the printed page in between the covers of a book. We like to make sure that there's a future for the book. There's oftentimes people will say that the book is in jeopardy and that everything will become computerized. And we love the form of the book, and we intend to create it so that it's here to stay.
And also to ensure that the imagination and time which it takes to produce a book will not become like the faded colors on so many crumbling antique pages, merely a remembrance of things past.